Okay, it looks like we're getting the chat bands rolling here, potentially, for this next game. This should be game 2 of this series. Okay. So, yeah, first one's going to be Zyra. And then... what's the first one? Wait, if Zyra eats plants, Zyra is a cannibalism. Wait a minute. She eats the sun. Zyra eats stars! I can't hit alt commands while XSplit's on. Hello, Commander Henkel. Thanks for showing up at the stream. Yeah, you showed up just in time. We're getting ready to do game 2 of the finals. We got the players in the lobby right now. They're doing the a couple of the extra bans, because we do 10 bans in the format that we use here. This tournament, Leona and Amumu are the next two. We got one more coming. Then we're going to show you the champion select screen. Also, I want to say hi to, where was he talking earlier? Let's see. I know I said hi to NASCAR fan and Trimantha. Who did I miss? I missed someone in here. I'm like scrolling up trying to find it. Oh, Violin Tides. Hey, what's up, dude? Thanks for watching. That's what I was looking for. And then Talon is gonna be the last band. Okay. Let them know they can start whenever. And then we'll go into the, whatever that's called, Champion Select screen this week. DominateDominion number 92, which, by the way, guys, we do this every week. It's free to play in. If you were going to play Dominion anyway, why not have a chance at winning some RP at it? And, if nothing else, well, I mean, what do you lose? You were going to play anyway. Why not play a game in draft mode? And, like, play against some cool guys, maybe get your game cast, you know, meet some new people, hang out on the stream. It's good stuff.
And have fun.
Yeah, happens every week. Signups are on Mobifier, so you can go there to see the signups for DominateDominion number 93, and you can come and check us out there. Hello, Ruby C. Nice to see you watching the show. Thanks for coming and checking us out. And we are at the champion select screen now. So, going into the last game, let's get these bands renamed. Zyra, Leona, Amumu, and Talon.
Yeah, some of the chat bans are actually similar to the ones from last game, without the Talon actually. Maokai was banned during game 1, and Talon is now being banned in game 2. So I have a feeling that blue team is probably going to be looking to take a Maokai, but purple team probably has an answer for it.
Okay, I want to let everyone know that we are now officially beating the LoL client. Oh, Commander Henkel, a whole bunch of things have changed. No big, overt, huge changes, but, I mean, the aura that we used to have in there, limited healing, has been removed. They made a bunch of changes to Kassadin. There's map-specific balance changes. Kassadin has some things work differently on this map than they do on Summoner's Rift. Revive is still the best spell there is. They made big changes to Hextech Sweeper and Grez's Spectral Lantern. Like, oh man, dude, there's been a lot of stuff, if you haven't played since the end of S2, that have changed on this map.
As well as there's specific items that you don't see on Summoner's Rift that are only specific for Dominion as well as Twisted Treeline. So it actually, when you play these games, it opens your item choices in the games compared to what you would usually build on Summoner's Rift. Yeah, and right now we do see the picks coming in and the bans. We'll quickly talk about the bans. Pantheon, Yasuo, and the LeBlanc ban coming out from blue team. Pantheon and Yasuo, great AD casters, as well as they just deal a ton of damage. Yasuo, once he gets Static Shiv the new form of the of IE, which builds out now of Wicked Hatchet, the item added in. I'm not sure what it's called when it's fully completed. That crit damage item. He deals a ton of damage with it, plus he scales with crit. And LeBlanc being banned, that is obviously a respect to Generic. Generic showing why LeBlanc should always be banned against him, as well as LeBlanc deals a ton of damage. Meanwhile, from purple side, we do see Kha'Zix, Nidalee, and Kassadin. Kha'Zix being banned. Kha'Zix is just a monster once he gets going. Thank you, Storm, for reminding me. Lord Van Dam's Pillager. Nidalee being banned. Nidalee offers a whole lot of poke, as well as once she hits that level 6 mark, she can escape out of fights, as well as has a lot of mobility in the jungle area. And Kassadin being banned. Kassadin, a standard ban, always. No one wants to let that through. He can just rift walk everywhere once he hits 6. He also deals a lot of damage, and if Kassadin gets going, it's kind of hard to stop him. But we do see Wukong, Lulu, and Dr. Mundo being locked in for blue team. Wukong, he was banned last game, and he now picked in this game. Wukong offers a great amount of AD damage, as well as has that knock-up from coming out from the Cyclone. Lulu being locked in. Lulu, amazing pick overall. I'm sure high peoples will be taking that. I'm not sure who else would play Lulu on the side of Dango Ninjas. And Dr. Mundo, due to that healing debuff remove, Mundo is being picked up a lot. Has amazing heal and sustain, as well as his base damage is actually a lot. Yeah, and with what NASCAR fan just said, he also gets tank stats with due to Wukong's passive, which is Stone Skin, which increases his armor and magic resist with the amount of enemies nearby. So if we put him at the top lane, there's 4 enemies. I'm not sure how much he gets, but yeah, Fancy saying the passive may have been nerfed. I'm not sure. Meanwhile, we do see on purple side we have Maokai, Maokai+Brand, Jarvan, and Urgot. I'm trying to catch my breath.
Oh, you could just throw it to me, man.
Yeah, no, but I feel like I want to do this because I want to make sure my voice is good.
Okay.
Maokai is a great tank overall. Brand has amazing burst. Jarvan can lock them up and combine it with Brand. It is I keep forgetting the combo name. Brick Oven is Brand and Annie. Toaster Oven. There you go.
Yeah, Toaster Oven when you have one of them. Brick Oven when you have both.
Okay. And as well as Urgot being locked in for a Parker. So we're going to see that on Half-Hearted, as we did see Half-Hearted get amazing kills with that Urgot from a couple of games ago. And we do see Sauron locking in Syndra and Carnival locking in Vi, and the Fizz locking for Wolfer. Gandair, talk about these last 3 picks. Sorry, I really need to drink water.
Yeah, dude, I can let you know what's going on with these. So, we have Sauron on Syndra, Carnival on Vi. Vi does really good damage over the course of a fight because she hits pretty hard, and then those hits just get more and more powerful as she manages to get denting blows up and do other things like that. Her chase is also pretty solid as well, which makes her a really good pick. She doesn't bring a particularly substantial amount of crowd control to the table, compared to some other champions that have more severe knockbacks and airbornes, but she really gets the job done. And then we have Syndra, who does a lot of damage, just a lot. Her early game can be a little sad. Syndra down bottom lane is extremely gankable. You have to be very aware and very safe when you play as that champion, but she can really bring the hurt, especially late game once she gets a few items rolling. And in particular against who are they going to send down there? Looks like they're going to send Wolfer down there, and I think that matchup would actually favor Fizz over Syndra. But a fun thing to remember about Syndra is that Syndra can throw Elise's spiders around, and more importantly, Syndra will wreck a Heimerdinger, pretty hard. So, those are things to remember if you are a Syndra player. Then, man, Syndra in draft is pretty nice, because it's just I'll just this Heimer turret wherever. But in this matchup, unfortunately, we won't be able to see any fun things like that. The stun is going to be really nice for setting up ganks, because its duration is pretty nice. It's just, as long as you play safe, with Syndra. You have to have that awareness to hang back because she's highly gankable. But man, if she gets to live, her damage output is so high. It's brutal. Wolfer's Fizz. Fizz has great wave clear, good chase and escape, and he sets up for ganks really, really well with his... he can Urchin Strike in, drop the fish, and then pull, and then hang there on the pole for a second because they're not going to be hitting him while he's on it, right? And then he drops off the pole, and they go up in the air, and they can't hit him while he's airborne. So it's a good 3-ish seconds that he just gets to kind of chill and not worry about being hit, which is plenty of time for the guy to get real mad and tunnel vision in on Fizz and not have them see DominateDominion come around from the side and throw a seer in their face. Great setup for ganks with Fizz.
Yeah, Fizz with that Urchin Strike, with the Chum in the Water combo, it's actually a really hard combo to land. Like, even for me, I can't even do it. And I've played Fizz for a while, but I still can't do it. Like, when I saw people doing it, I was like, that should be easy. I can copy it. So I went into a game, I tried it out, I did not land a single one, and I was pretty bummed out about it. But you know what's really good, though? I went down to Subway today, grabbed me a meatball marinara.
Yeah?
Oh man. It was like just before LCS, so I'm just like, I got my food ready, I'm just ready to watch games. What was in it? It was, I don't put much with it, because I like the sandwich the way it is. I put like cucumber, onion, salt and pepper, with Chipotle Southwest sauce, mayonnaise, and then
wait, you did mayo and Chipotle?
Yeah, dude. No, it's good combo.
Okay.
And then oh sorry. Their new sauce. It was like sriracha something. I forgot. But put all three on there. Oh man, it's so good.
I'll just try that. There's one up the street from me. Well, not quite up the street. Here. It's like on my bike. It's like 20 minutes, but that's not that long.
It was really.
I keep meaning to go and pick up like a sandwich before streams and stuff like that because Moloko knows about Jimmy John's. I fucking love Jimmy John's. Look, I can get better toppings at a Subway. I can get better sauces at a Subway. But oh man, dude, I love the bread, and I just love like the actual like stuff that goes into the sandwich from Jimmy John's.
I've never had Jimmy John's.
It's good. I love their bread more than anything else, and they're just it's so Jimmy John's is awesome. And they deliver, but we're not quite in their delivery range of any of the ones that are near us, which sucks.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Jimmy John's delivers. You can call them, and they will bring a sandwich to your house.
Oh my!
And then, you could still be looking at your TV with the stream on it while you walk to the guy and just hand him the money, and you never have to stop watching, and you never miss the plays.
Oh my god!
It's amazing.
Damn.
Yeah, that's why we're sad we don't have it.
It sucks here in Canada because there's barely any places that do delivery. Besides, the pizza shops, there's no delivery for sandwiches, noodles. If there was a place near my house that delivered Korean barbecue,
shut up and take my money.
Oh my god, just take my money, take my wallet, take my card, everything. Just take my house, even go. I want that Korean barbecue.
Yeah, if it was delivery places are awesome. There's a real shortage of 24-hour places in the area of the city that I live in, though. It's so hard to get anything here after 10 o'clock, but downtown, around the college, I can get stuff till 2 or 3 a.m., which is really nice. But I wish I had 10 o'clock stuff, because when I get out of this show, I'm going to go get something to eat. Or whenever I get out of LOL Pro, when I do shows for them, it's I want to go grab a burger, because that's what I like to do after a show. I like to not have to worry about cooking, and I like to get out of my house for a little bit. But then there's just nothing open. I'm like, well, I could order pizza, but that's $10, $15. Nah, man.
Yeah.
We need more delivery. We need more 24-hour delivery. Oh, let's combine these two. That would be the best. Can you imagine 24-hour Korean barbecue delivery service? Why has this not been made?
God. Oh god, I'm just thinking about it, and like my mouth.
We need to build one of these
God.
like down the street from like Blizzard and Riot headquarters, like whatever's right in the middle of the two.
Oh my god, that would be heaven. For
We
me.
get a truck and be like, "Yo, man, look at this time and this time, like every 2 hours, we're gonna have a loop. No, every hour we'll just have a loop and just drop everything off.
Just drop everything off.
Yeah.
Make up food.
That'd be
All right,
so
but
awesome."
let's talk about the game. I think I don't want to get any more hungry. And, well, we didn't introduce the teams, but let's just talk about the fight right now. And Vi does go down thanks to Maokai, but we do see that Zounds is using that, I forgot what it's called. It's the decoy, is to great effect, but does get taken out in the end. It is so far advantage for purple team, but revives are coming out from blue side, and they're able to, I think if purple team is able to continue this fight, Carnival actually is taken down pretty low. Ignite and is burnt, and High Peoples is trying his best with Lulu, but doesn't seem to be working out. Actually does pick up the kill onto Half-Hearted with that Urgot and does pop the revive immediately. A Park Curse is now being the focus, but Generic is right there to help. Double kill for High Peoples, and Zounds was able to pick up the kill onto a Park Curse, and the revives are still coming out. Meanwhile, for Blue Side does not have that many revives for the top lane. So this top fight will go in at advantage for Purple Side if they're able to hold this. BB-Pop does not land the knockup. Nice use of the Wild Growth for onto Zounds from High Peoples, but High Peoples is now going to be the target as Zounds is going to be able to make it out, and there's a pause.
Uh-oh.
I think this is the best time to introduce the teams now.
We got tied up on our score. We're now 3-3, us versus the everything. So these two teams on the left-hand side, we have Dongo Ninjas' team, Emperor High Peoples, Lulu, Zounds, Wukong, MMKH, Dr. Mundo, Sauron, Syndra, and Carnival playing as Vi. I am one half of your commentators. I am Gandair, and casting with me is...
I'm Gigibae, and we have Clueless. We got Half-Hearted rocking Urgot, Generic with Brand, BB-Pop on Jarvan, a Parkers with that Maokai, and Wolfer down in the bot lane with Fizz.
Cool.
Man, now I'm hungry. Dang it.
I know, me too. I ate one strawberry in like the middle, and I'm like looking at these nachos right over here too, and there's a burrito, and I'm just like, what do you guys? This is the worst running gag ever. It's like every time. The thing is, like, the food's always like really good, especially when my roommate cooks. So I'm like, I am not gonna say no to this. I'm just gonna eat it later and be like, man, and then I'm just gonna imagine it being like the 30% better that it could be when it's new, and just be like, wow, it's so good.
Yeah,
Actually, I shouldn't say that, because he'll start making mistakes on purpose, knowing that I'll write them off as it just, oh, it's because he had it an hour and a half later. He won't notice. He'll just think it's because of it having sat. I know, man.
Yeah.
I got the strat.
So, I just checked chat to see what's going on, and they're saying that Generic has to restart his computer.
Uh-huh. So this could be like a couple minutes.
Yeah, so we're going to be here for a couple minutes, but I'm guessing there was probably something that happened to his computer. Maybe he bugged out or his computer blue screened. I'm not sure. Blue screens are pretty common, but yeah.
We had a game. We were playing ranked SR the other day, because most of my friends play Summoner's Rift, and we're playing ranked SR, having a great game, just great game, man. We had like map control for days, just everything was just baiting the enemy team so hard, man. Just amazing game. We were playing great, and then 2 of our computers restarted because of Windows updates.
Oh, I hate that.
We managed to get back in time for them to be at our middle inhibitor. We hadn't lost a tower. And then the whole game just goes to hell. Nope. Lost the game. They just drilled middle really hard.
That really
I was
sucks.
Xin. He was Leona. We lost the entire front line.
Oh, God.
So they didn't have any soaks, any tanks.
Yeah.
Like, it was just AD carry, AP carry in our support. And it's just like, oh. Dang.
I just looked at the chat and Sauron's like, I'm gonna look at funny cat pics. as he's waiting. But yeah, on Summoner's Rift, if it's like really hard to come back from when you lose your tanks or you're losing like members due to like computer issues, which is always a hassle to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the higher you go, the less tedious people will be. But I found that like down in the bronze and silver level, the moment someone disconnects, immediately everyone 9 will report you.
Man, that's
Like,
what I
they
can't
actually do give up on the spot there.
So messed up.
I've seen it happen, and like I'm really surprised by it.
Yeah, I don't. That's why I will never play ranked solo because I know that if I crash or anything, I'm immediately the villain. Like I can't handle that. Like I play ranked 5s, like full 5Q, because like I tried doing ranked solo a couple times, and oh man, it just you're so mean at that like low level. Like whoa, I mean it mellows out at higher ranks of play.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to an extent. I mean it's present all throughout, but
It's everywhere. It's
pretty brutal.
It mellows out like, oh, he DC'd, okay, it's fine. But sometimes the moment that person DCs, and it's like at a crucial moment, it really is hard to come back. Like, there's a story I have where I actually disconnected from a game due to Windows Update, and we were up like 10 kills. I was playing Renekton, and I was like the front line, right? But we had another front line with Vi, and they pushed down towards our middle inhibitor, and there was a fight breaking out. So what happened was I like immediately grabbed home guards and ran into the enemy team, and we were able to win that fight, but it was really close. Like they caught up into kills, and it was nearly it was like we still had a 2-kill lead from that. Like my team just got caught out, and it's really hard to come back from games whenever you disconnect or whenever you're behind. Really.
Yeah, there's ways to do it. This is something that we've had happen before, just because we play together all the time. So my computer like restarts. I just pick up my phone. I call the guy. I call my teammate Argyle. I'm like, yo, Argyle, I just restarted. Like Windows just force restarted my everything. Just like back off. Just like play safe. Hang out. Just like don't make a push right now. Because when you get in that situation, it's like, well, you know what? You have to just kind of be active. But you have to just not give them a fight opportunity. Just walk around, deny fight opportunities, just delay, stuff like that. And you can wait out a disconnect or something, or some lag or things like that. Mm-hmm. Stuff like this happens all the time. But losing both those guys, I mean, like when you lose in Dominion it's a different thing. If you lose a person for like 5 minutes, Dominion, that can hose the whole game just because of the way the capture points and the Nexus health thing works. But this is more in SR. In SR, if you drop a person and it's one of the 2 carries, you could kind of still hang out and posture and have them be like, well, where's this carry at? Is he going to be on the side? It gives them that little bit of a fear for a little while. And you can kind of use that to your advantage, just play a positional game for a little while. And just kind of like poke, harass, just kind of keep them back and wait for your guy to come back. That's the strat that you need to run when someone, DCs. Because I've seen people try to just be like, well, we just got to we got to find a fight. We just got to all in it real hard before they can take advantage of it. I'm like, no, you don't even need to let them know that they're missing. Okay? Yeah. It'll take them for a while to figure out, well, we haven't seen this guy in a minute and a half. For all they know, he's in the jungle or something, just waiting to kill him. They don't know that. If you don't let them know that, then you can still take advantage of it for a little while. And maybe they'll even make a mistake, and you can like pick off a person or maybe 2 people, and then just back off, and they'll be like, "Well, why aren't they pushing? What are they doing?" As long as you keep them wondering what's going on, like you can make up for a delay. I think the biggest delay that I've ever recovered from was we had someone drop at the beginning of the game, and he didn't come back in until 12 minutes, and we played a really long game from behind, didn't win it, but it got fair at the end. Like, it turned into an okay game. It's just kind of depressing that we didn't win because the whole laning phase was just like... I mean, we had our support bottom. We didn't have our ADC. So, like, late game, we weren't really winning fights unless we could burst down their ADC early and stuff. But, that's... You gotta have a procedure for when there's a DC. And if you stick to that, you can still do okay in games.
Yeah, and now we're back on Dominion as Generic does reconnect, and the game has started, and they were able to pick up the kill onto Zound. Half-Hearted does get ignited, but lives it thanks to that shield, the Terror Capacitator. And Purple Team's gonna start off with this... Oh. Is it? I think my spectating's bugged. I'm not sure about yours.
What do you see? Or don't you see?
The score is not going down, or the time isn't changing. Oh, never mind. I fixed it.
Mine's going. Let's check timestamps to make sure we're synced.
I'm at 350 right now.
51, 52, 53, yeah?
Yeah.
Excellent. Alright, cool. Alright, 7Kh being chased away, caught with the Cataclysm. BB Pop takes him down, gets swept up by Wukong with the Cyclone. And Wolfer coming up from the bottom, able to throw the Chum the Waters into the fight too, doing a little bit of work for the team, and things turn out just great for them. Sauron actually moves up in response to that, because he couldn't get across fast enough to be able to capture the tower, so he moved up in case he was able to join the fight as well. And the Wolfer is going to be able to come back down and take control of it. If you're bottom laner, man, you can do what Wolfer does. You just have to know when it is safe to do it. And Wolfer in particular on Fizz has the wave clear to take out the minions that would build up while he's gone. And you saw that with the Playful Trickster down there at the bottom.
Yeah. And Sauron actually moved in response to predict that Wolfer would actually walk down towards near the Speed Shrine down at bot. But Wolfer, making the smart decision, walks around. But here comes Sauron actually going to help join in on the fight. They do pick off Half-Hearted. He's going to try, lands a slow. He's going to try and get the stun. Nice stun.
Nice stun.
And MMKH is going to follow up. He's going to throw those cleavers. But a Parker's is actually going to heal up a lot. But the burst from Sauron right now is just a lot of damage with the spear. But down at bot, we do see Wolfer and Zounds going at it, and Zounds is actually taking Wolfer pretty low. Wolfer may be caught in a bad position. All he needs is one more crushing blow would do it. But
that Nimbus Strike didn't quite connect. I'm surprised he even tagged him with the damage. The health relic! The health relic, so powerful. Remember to pick those up, guys. Remember, they also heal mana. Zounds, good decoy, gets back away. Begins channeling on the point again. Sauron's going to try to zone BB a little bit here.
Yeah, and Zounds actually did not have crushing blows to finish off Wolfer due to him activating it early. And we do see that Zounds, using the decoy, tried to get away, but a nice Demacian Sander with the Dragon Strike combo actually was able to pick up the kill.
The cleaver didn't land!
A nice dodge with from that cleaver for generic. And now they're going to turn this fight. Carnival uses the Assault and Battery onto BB Pop and locks himself up in the Cataclysm. I'm not so sure if that was the right decision, but never mind, it was. They were able to pick up the kill, and they were able to clean for a 3-for-2 coming in favor for blue team.
People's going to try to get up here to the point before Half-Heart is able to catch it, and will be able to do so, but is Half-Heart going to get enough capture in it to keep the minions able to do it or not? We will see. He's putting the pressure on Peoples right now. The minions are going for the cap there, and it's gonna not quite happen. It was very, very close. If Half had gotten a little bit more on before Peoples had shown up, then he would have been able to pick up that tower. Unfortunately, he probably would have been promptly kicked back off of it, though. But it would have looked really cool before that happened. BB and Parkhurst.
We see that actually Wukong, Zounds is actually a kill a minute right now. It is the 7-minute mark, so he has to look for a kill as of this moment.
Wolfer is going to head out. Vi's going to try to pick up the Storm Shield. Mao can get into sapling range. Interrupt that. There we go. Brand hanging out in the bushes. When there's a Mao around, it's really hard to take a Storm Shield, unless you have your team. If you see an ally try and take the Storm Shield, babysit them. Hang out right up around here. Get in the bushes. Make sure there's no one coming to try and destroy them.
Ooh. We do see a Gretz and a Sweeper as well being picked up on the side of Clueless, and this is strictly for Zounds. Zounds with that decoy is actually really annoying, but meanwhile, as that's going on, a nice Power Classroom connects. They did get a good split, but MMKH is just dealing a lot of damage. That base damage from him is just too much, and he pops the Sadism and is now healing. Oh no, it just went off cooldown, but he was able to regenerate. Nice!
Wow!
Arcane Smash.
Damn, that was beautiful from a Parkhurst.
Parker's nice Arcane Smash there. But meanwhile, down at bot, Sauron's actually winning this now. Wolfer, I'm not sure if Wolfer was determined to win this. I think Sauron, after picking up those couple of kills, even though Wolfer was able to get some roaming kills, Sauron actually deals a lot of damage than most people think with that Syndra.
Half-Heart breaking the bottom lane. Looks like he was trying to set up for a gank around there for Fizz to come around behind, but it hasn't happened. Looks like it might go on now once this top fight breaks out.
Yeah, Sadism is now popped, and the fight's going to begin. A nice hostile and battery onto BB+. BB+ going to be the focus, gets taken down, but Carnival soon follows. The focus needs to be onto MMK. Actually, they just need to get out now. They can't win that fight. It's a 3v4 with Half-Hearted and Fizz down at bot. It's going to be tough for a Parker's, BB+, and Generic to win the top fight. Even though they were able to get the neutral, MMKH just deals a lot of base damage with that Burning Agony as well as the Cleaver. He hasn't actually picked up a point in his masochism, so he's actually focusing primarily on the Burning Agony as well as the Cleaver, and by doing that, he's going to deal a lot of percent health damage.
Generic doing a pretty okay job at delaying down here, standing back, getting a little bit of interrupt going on. Nice work. They're going to be able to take that back. Maokai driving the enemy away from the point so they can capture it freely. And Carnival, oh dear, Carnival's in for some trouble right there as he is picked off. Now it's Sauron. He could pick this fight if he wants to, but these people's going to be able to keep him alive through it. Wolfer does get caught by the unleashed power and is defeated because he didn't have his pull active. So if he had Playful Trickster, things would have gone a little bit differently there.
Yeah, Sauron is actually playing this matchup really amazingly right now. He's waiting out Wolfer's Playful Trickster by using the Force of Will Q with the Force of Will with the Dark Sphere to bait it out, as well as Wolfer is timing his Playful Tricksters really properly, but it's just that Sauron is reading the situation and is able to predict when he's going to use it, and then he's going to be able to fully use his combo. But meanwhile, Half-Hearted is actually taking down pretty low, but nearly takes out Sauron. Sauron is pretty low, but the dot does not last. Meanwhile, BB+ is trying to do his best against MMKH, but he's just getting blocked. If BB+ has the Dragon Strike, oh, he did not. He could have actually killed Sauron, and the Chum of the Water just misses. But they were actually able to kill MMKH. It took a while, but they were able to succeed.
Minions were extremely close to kicking that point over, but they just slightly missed. Sauron wants to stay active out here because he has a lot of mana, but it looks like he doesn't have the health to try it.
Oh, a nice kill from Half-Hearted. But double kill onto High Peoples at the top point, and that's going to be going back into blue team's favor, so they're probably going to see a good increase. Actually, they just stopped the cap to help fight, and we do see Wolfer actually coming up from the bot lane, so this is going to be a big fight. If they are able to take this, High Peoples does go down. Meanwhile, BB+ does go down. MMKH is now running. He does pop the Sadism, but Generic, not enough damage yet, and they were able to actually get the double kill onto Wolfer, so he's going to have a bit of gold going back down into the bot lane, so he's going to have some items or two to help him against Sauron. But this point is going to go back to purple team, and this is going to be good for them.
Half-Hearted down at the bottom part of the map. Urgot's wave clear is actually not so good. But being able to use his Acid Hunters to kill the caster minions is one of the things that helps him out a lot in that department. Because otherwise he doesn't really have any AoE or anything except for Corrosive Charge, but it's not that powerful as a clear mechanic. Both teams moving around the middle of the map. Looks like they find MKH, but they drive straight through the Carnival because they do not want him to get that Storm Shield at all. And Sauron, Syndra, able to put the hurt on Wolfer. Sauron actually taking the ultimate from that and walking away from Zounds, so Zounds can pop the Cyclone. Great teamwork from those two. Wolfer, though, has come back with his revive. He's going to be joining this fight shortly. Wukong hitting his as well. He's going to move on up there. High Peoples gets up towards the top tower so they can intercept any plays that attempt for them to capture it at the moment. MK's just throwing a cleaver. Zounds has found Wolfer. Wolfer turns around for him. There's the decoy out, but Half-Hearted is not too concerned with that because the Acid Hunters will hit you anyway. Nope. Debuff dropped just before then, so he was not able to land that. Zounds with the recall is going to get him back over to the pad. And you saw him recalling when he was standing right next to it. And you're probably wondering, why would you recall if you're that close? Because it's still faster. It's all about speed, speed, speed. And the less seconds that you spend out on the field, the faster you can get back.
A nice assault and battery actually interrupts both Half-Hearted and Wolfer from getting from Wolfer's Urchin Strike as well as Half-Hearted's Acid Hunter. But Sauron picking up a triple kill right there, and that is just amazing right there. He actually does not have a BFT going with the Athene's Unholy Grail, so he's going to have that mana regen as well as some magic resist. But meanwhile, we do see High People's taking at it with BB Pop, and BB Pop in a bad situation as Carnival comes in, and with that Youmu's, he's just dealing a lot of damage.
Now, Sauron doesn't necessarily need a BFT on his own because he can capitalize off the BFT effect that High People's Lulu has if he needs to. That's a setup that we sometimes have been seeing recently from people that play quote-unquote support champs. Carl doesn't want any of that, he just wants that health relic. Just dives through for it.
But we do see down at the bot, a 3-man gank bot, but meanwhile, a 3-man gank top. So both are trading points, but Quest goes to blue team, so they're going to have that damage buff. Meanwhile, we do see that Half-Hearted is going to be coming up in about 2 seconds, and they're going to probably try to look in taking bot with Maokai. If they can lock up Sauron here, and then use the position reverser to keep him more locked up, they can deal a lot of damage in that time, and potentially take out Sauron before even anything goes on. But as I said, that Parker's is being the target, gets ignited and gets dealt a lot of damage. A nice wild growth from High People's actually knocked him up to interrupt him, but we do see BB Pop coming in now. He has that Triforce, but does not decide to use the Cataclysm to lock up Sauron. Oh, they're going to meet up though.
And there's that Cataclysm that we were looking for. Sauron easily gets taken down with no way out from that. Now it's Vi versus the world. It's 6-on-4 down here in this part of the map, and Carnival's just like, no, I don't like those odds.
Yeah, meanwhile, down at the purple team's midpoint, oh, Pyroclasm was used on Zounds, but since he didn't use the decoy, it wasn't able to bounce. They were able to get the Gretz, and they were able to finally pick him off. Nice crit from BB Pop, and using that Sea Stone Trident to reduce the healing from Mundo with that sadism, Fizz will deal a lot of damage.
Now, Fizz is extremely useful against Mundo, and he happens to be a really good chap on this map anyway, so I'm not surprised, seeing Wolfer, use that. I wonder if he always uses that when there's a Mundo on the enemy team, considering how often that he moves up to the top of the map. Makes me wonder. Sauron and BB Pop playing down here at the bottom lane, and Sauron doesn't want to build a snowman. Do you want to build a snowman?
I don't know.
Maybe later.
Maybe when there's actually snow in Canada, because I don't get any here.
Oh, you live more like the more southern parts?
I know. Since I live close to the ocean, there's no snow.
Oh, yeah.
We get snow, the last time we ever got a lot of snow was 5 years ago.
Dang. Ooh,
and ever since then, it's been barely any. A nice Pyroclasm though, and they were able to pick up the kill onto Sauron. But meanwhile, down at bot, a nice Assault and Battery being used onto Carnival. I mean, not Carnival. Carnival using the Assault and Battery onto the BB Pop, but Carnival is able to escape from Fizz, not having to chum in water. Yeah, it was on cooldown. And it looks like they were able to neutral blue team's midpoint. So this is looking to be a 3.5 cap going in favor of purple team. So purple team needs to defend this top point and potentially hold it out. They need to hold this out to equalize the score. If they're able to pick off Sauron or get a kill onto Carnival without having him use his Assault and Battery onto Generic, they might be able to come out on top on the fight.
Things have been pretty even. They're starting to recover that little bit of a gap that they were down by. If you remember, Dongo Ninjas is up in this series, and oh dear, Wolfer being able to take out Peoples' Lulu means this is a free neutral.
Yeah, Wolfer actually did the combo with the Chum in the Water Urchin Strike, but instead he used the Playful Trickster out, and then he E'd back towards Lulu, using the Chum in the Water right after he did that, and was able to lock her up, and then popped her with the Sea Stone Trident as well as the Ignite, and was able to reduce her health to practically nothing. And we do see revives actually being popped. Actually, no, never mind. Well, yeah, never mind. They just based and then ran down. But the point is still neutral. BB Pop is actually taking a lot of damage. High People's is low, but here comes Wolfer. Wolfer dealing a lot of damage. If he can actually, yeah.
Whoa.
Amazing. The chum in the water damage was able to deal
Wolfers.
enough.
That's nice. That Chum the Waters was extremely helpful in that fight. And half hard while it was going on, This is another case of, hey, there's a lot of things going on in the bomb lane. Hey, why don't we just go grab Windmill since it doesn't look like there's anything there? And that's what we see having occurred. Half hard picking up the Windmill for his team. They're going to lose this bottom, but they're in control of that point. And they have recovered that Nexus health gap that they had before. So it looks like they have a pretty good chance of being able to bring this back. We're going to have to see how it plays out. If Zounds and Carnival can really get to swinging on someone, their armor reduction is extremely powerful. But it looks to me as if Sauron has been sort of the star of the show so far. I mean, Vi's going a little bit more tanky up front. She just now has kind of that damage rolling. Big fight in the middle, they're going to break out. Zounds, there's the airborne from it. A lot of that happened inside the eventual Maelstrom, though.
Yeah, so a lot of the damage was reduced thanks to the eventual Maelstrom, but Carnival is still alive, dealing a lot of damage. Here comes Sauron. Sauron's going to deal a lot of damage, but the precision swapper, reverser, not swapper, and wow, they just turned that fight. The moment Wolfer showed up, they were able to turn the fight, but here comes, Wolfer's gonna get the kill.
Yep.
Nice kill.
Being able to jump over that is really good.
Sauron actually used his unleashed power on Wolfer, and Wolfer wasn't that low, so it didn't do that much. Plus, Wolfer does have the Abyssal Scepter, and he is going to be safe from most damage due to Sauron not building a Void Staff. If he had used it on Urgot, Urgot wouldn't have been able to deal constant DPS to the rest of the team.
Top part of the map, they have gotten the point neutral. It is Wukong and Vi, and if we can see those two teamed up, we'll start seeing Maokai's health disappear very, very quickly. But they were able to pick up one kill, looks like with the vengeful Maelstrom from that.
Oh, a nice wild growth to save Carnival from dying. And Generic is really low. If High Peoples has enough mana for one more Glitter Lance, I think he could kill. Oh, it does not connect though.
Not really?
Oh, never mind.
Oh, man.
Using BFT and the help picks.
Yep. That combo worked out great for him. BB and Wolfer, the bottom point is going to be captured. Sauron can easily kill one or both of them. He can easily take out Wolfer. Wolfer's actually probably just going to Yep, there we go. He's getting to it before I could even try to call it out.
Wolfer's just reading your mind.
Yeah, man. He's like, Gandair's really not going to want me to make this risky play, so I'm just going to recall. That way he won't hype me up and then have to be like, oh man, what did you do?
Oh, but as that's going on, MMKH is actually being focused. Chum and Water he has used onto him. He's pops the sadism, and the Grievous wound was not enough. I'm sure, yeah, they were using Ignite. Wolfer used Ignite onto MMKH. MMKH is still regenning a whole lot of health. He has to get out, though. He's not going to be able to. BB Pop, on the other hand, does go down, and they're going to take this bot point back. And this is going to be a really close game. If Blue Team, Dango Ninjas, can hold this point out, or take back the top point, they could potentially turn this game around.
It's going to be close either way. Both teams starting to approach the under 100, which is when you really start to worry about your chances of winning a game, because that's when you have less Nexus health to make point trades with. And a Parkhurst taking this point completely uncontested because everyone else is everywhere, and Sauron was dead. He's actually going to get the full capture on this before Syndra's able to come down and do anything about it.
Dang.
Yep.
Fizz just deals a lot of damage with that Seastone Trident dot. It's just dealing a lot. Plus, Zounds just got dunked on by BB Pop.
There's the sapling toss from Mao. Mao is extremely good point defender. And we may be able to go to a game 3 here tonight, guys. Looks like Fizz is going to pick up that other point.
I'm not sure if they're able to take this point back, maybe take a top point in the next 10 seconds.
They have a little bit of time to make a play, but that window is very rapidly closing. And oh dear, Carnival getting chased away might also have been their chances at winning the game that were chased away by that seal.
Oh, Carnival goes down. Yeah, that's...
And...
I'm not sure. Is it... Oh, there's a pause.
There's a pause.
Strategic pause!
Oh, it's
a strategic pause right now. I'm not sure, but I will check the chat, see what's going on, actually.
Yep.
Okay. Oh. False alarm. So it was just a false alarm.
I bet Generic spiked again.
Disconnected.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Blue Team 20 seconds left under Nexus health, and we do see Wolfer actually rotating top, so this is going to stop MMK from neutralizing it, but I'm not sure if they have enough time. Yeah.
If they swept Fizz, they could neutral it, sure, but it's up to
Maybe.
if they could sweep Fizz or not.
That's... Oh, he's stalling. Oh, no. Can they?
Oh yeah, they got this neutral.
Oh,
So
but we do-
that was good. Game is going to go on for a little bit while longer, but
Yeah.
now it's iffy because now they can't afford to drop a
Oh.
point.
Yeah. Now...
And when you have two full health, you have a full health Urgot and Brand, and Carnival's Carnival.
Oh.
Does anyone have one of those diagrams that show what to do when you're choking?
Nope.
Darn.
Yeah, that's... They're gonna get this point back, and they're gonna neutral it.
Well, they just lost the game.
Yeah, Carnival getting caught out there.
Really, really hurt them.
Yeah. As well as they both, I think it was Zounds and MMK, they spent way too much time up at the top point, in the middle area. I
That
think
was
one
a
of them was
really
basic.
good game still, despite
Yeah.
the way it ended there. That was just... Oh, man. The way he just walked straight into the bushes in the middle. And just... Oh, it's so sad now. Not one of the best plays that Carnival's made. He's made some great ones. That, not one of them.
Yeah, Carnival actually, if Carnival had not walked there, I think, excuse me, I do believe that if Carnival had based or walked around, actually, if he had based, he would have been able to run back. If they left Mundo at top, they would have been able to defend the point.
It's possible.
It's
Like, it still would have been iffy, but oh man.
It would be in a close, and we actually did break the 40k mark
Oh, good.
in damage dealt.
Take a look at that. Damage dealt champions out in front. J4 with an excellent job.
Yeah. I wonder...
Let's
Crit.
Time spent dead. Oh yeah. Look at crit after time spent dead. Wow,
Oh.
Wolfer's Fizz only 82. How many Wolfer? What?
Hmm?
7 deaths on Wolfer. Oh, that's because they were behind most of the games. They had the res timers and 5.
Yeah, the short res time.
Hmm. Largest critical strike, 809 on Wukong.
Let me see, what did he build? Oh, he built he had Yomu's.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm guessing he would actually got that. Good crit. Plus, crushing blows amplifies it, his damage with the armor shred.
Alright, we're going to throw to a commercial real quick, and then we will bring the next game, the last game of the night, to you in just a moment here.